Hi there, I'm Daryl, and welcome back to my fly tying channel or fishing channel, adventure channel. And if you're new here, welcome. Sorry it's been a while. I've had some other things going on in my life, so I'm trying to get back into it. It's a new year, 2026, and I'm about ready to finish up my scud bug soft hackle fly that I'm tying for the Tie-a-Thon. And the Tie-a-Thon, that's a fundraising event where participants tie flies and they donate them to nonprofit organizations. And there's a big organization, I think in Indiana, that was co-founded by Terry Whittor and Tim Scott back in 2006, and ever since then they've up to the point of probably 200,000 flies have been donated to various causes. And so they encourage other fly tying enthusiasts to contribute by tying 100 flies and donating them. They have a list on their website of what flies they're looking for. Unfortunately, there's no saltwater flies. It's all primarily bluegill, maybe some small bass type things, and of course trout flies. And this year the participants they've selected is Real Recovery, based out of Massachusetts, and then Fishing the Good Fight, based out of Colorado, and that has to do with men's mental health awareness, and the Black Mountain Home for Children, Youth, and Families, located in North Carolina, that empowers youth through outdoor education and fly fishing programs. Lee University Fly Fishing Education, located in Tennessee, where they integrate fly fishing into higher education as a tool for stewardship and personal growth. And of course, Casting Recovery, national headquarters for them, based out of Montana, support breast cancer survivors through healing by using fly fishing as the experience across the country. Why don't we go ahead and we'll take a look at this fly, and I'll share the recipe as we go along. All right, hope you find this interesting so far.
Well, this here is the fly that I'm tying. It falls in their category of a sow bug, but it's also got a soft hackle, so it could be classified either as a wet fly or the sow bug, I'm guessing. And both those categories are available. And we're going to be tying that on a size 16. They also kind of dictate the hook sizes for these flies. So why don't we go ahead and get started. And the hook I'm going to use is a green Caddis Outfitters size 16 and 9221. It's a barbless hook. So I don't have to debarb it. Oh. The thread I'm going to use is uni thread in a 36 denier, 136, like a 8/0, in red. And we're just going to start this right back behind the take it up to about where the barb used to be. And I'm going to use some Hareline dubbing and cinnamon caddis. And what I sometimes will do if I don't have to pull out a lot on these smaller flies, I'm just gonna like put it right up, just barely out, and just take a few fibers like that. I don't know if you can see that. There's probably not much there, but we'll see. Oh, it fell off. And then we'll get it started, and then I'll tighten that up a bit. Got the hook point there. And I'll need just a little bit more. And the next material for the hackle, I'm going to use some starling skins. I don't, a lot of people don't use this. And for these smaller hooks, I find that the feathers are sized just about the right length on there. And as you can see, I've kind of already used up quite a bit of this in that area, and then of course we're just gonna get rid of some of this fluff here and grab it up by the tip. And we're going to need to give it maybe 2 or 3 turns. And we'll create a little triangle cut right there. And I gotta find my hackle pliers. There it is. And we're just going to tie that little triangle in right up here. And hopefully I won't break the delicate stem here. And I'm just going to give it 3 wraps at least, minimum. You can see that's about right pretty close to that length. It might be a little long. I got to find my whip finish tool. Well, that didn't quite work right. I cut my knot. Do another whip finish. So it's at least 2. Make sure I don't cut my knot this time. There we go. And there we have it. Sow bug with soft hackles. All right.
Well, I hope you found that interesting, and maybe you might consider supporting this tie-a-thon. I'll put a link in the description for how you can take action and sign up for it. I believe you got to have the flies in by sometime in April, maybe the end of April. I can't remember when, but that was my 100th fly. It's going to go in the mail, and I've done my part to help out these organizations that they want to do their part in promoting fly fishing and on there for people that are maybe needing some help to relax and get stress free, just like Project Healing Waters does and those other types of organizations that we hear about out there. All right, I'll be tying 2 more flies, random flies up that I've had luck with this past summer and this fall. And then I'm going to get back in there. I've got some trips planned that I'll be in March, some shad fishing up on the Renewal River. Hopefully I'll get some good footage of that. And some other trips that I've got planned. So the next series of flies that I'll be tying will be related to shad fishing. And maybe I'll find some new patterns to introduce you to on that. All right. I'm Daryl and from Jackson Kayaks, and we will see you on the water. Let me know about your adventures.